Now that you've scheduled a lobby visit with your legislator, let's prepare for your meeting. Before planning what you're going to say, make sure to research the issue and your legislator's position on the issue. A good place to start is local news articles or your legislator's campaign website if they have one. If you are lobbying for a particular bill, you can find out whether your legislator is a sponsor by visiting malegislature.gov. After you've researched the issue, outline some talking points to keep you on track during the meeting. There are 4 parts of the outline: the problem, the solution, the action, and the asks. To clarify these parts, let's consider an example. In 2014, the ACLU played a key role in passing a law that established early voting in Massachusetts. What would your talking points have been if you were lobbying for that bill? First, you want to explain the problem you are trying to solve. In this case, you might argue that limiting voting to a single election day makes it harder for people to exercise their right to vote. It also produces long lines at the polls. Eligible voters who wish to cast their votes might not be able to wait in line for hours, especially when they have other responsibilities to their jobs and to their families. Adding a personal story can be an effective way of demonstrating the human impact of the issue and making a lasting impression on the legislator. Second, you'll state the solution to the problem. In this case, the solution is the bill that would allow for early voting. You'll explain the content of the bill and its intended impact. Next, you'll clarify the action, or what needs to happen in order to achieve your goal. In this case, you may talk about the need for support from state legislators or for more public awareness. Finally, you'll propose asks, or specific steps you want the legislator to take. For instance, you might ask your legislator to sponsor the bill. If the legislator says yes, you may ask her if she would call on her fellow legislators to support the bill. If she agrees, you might ask her to do even more, for example, to write to your local paper in support of the bill. It's good practice to leave behind a fact sheet with information about the issue. If you're lobbying on an ACLU issue, reach out to us and we'll provide you with the necessary information. If you are planning on lobbying with a group, the next step is to choose roles. Depending on how many people are in your group, one person may introduce the group and your purpose, while one takes notes. The talking points would be split amongst the remaining group members. For instance, one would state the problem, while another would explain the solution, and so on. The final step is to practice your part until you feel comfortable and prepared for the meeting. Remember, there's no need to rush. Your time is as valuable as your legislator's time, and they want to hear from you. If you have any questions, contact the ACLU for more information.